As Christmas time is fast approaching, let's see how to decorate plain towels with a festive theme. We will use a patterned cross-stitch fill to create an embossed snowman figure with charming little details. Start a new design and go to Fabric Selection. In the dialog box, choose the toweling fabric from the Normal Light Embroidery category. Now choose which bitmap image with a Christmas pattern you want for the cross-stitch background. Click the From File icon, locate your image, select it, and press Open. In the dialog box that appears, choose Open as Cross-Stitch as the conversion type. The imported image size is best to be approximately 150 by 150 mm. Press OK so that the selected image is converted into cross-stitch and placed inside the design area. Now, from the Properties toolbar, adjust the cross-stitch options. Pick a thread palette to see the actual thread colors in preview and reduce the number of colors to 4 for easier stitching. To give the cross-stitch outline a rounded, irregular look, we'll create a custom clipping region. From the Tools menu, go to Insert Symbol and choose the spiky stitch bubble from the webbings font. Press Insert and click and drag to place the symbol while holding the Shift key. In the Selection pane, set its width and height to 150 mm and center it by setting the X and Y axis to 0. Now, go to Guidelines, select the work area, choose the circular area, set width and height to 150 mm and press OK. Start the node editor, select the stitch bubble, and reshape it to fit inside the circular work area. When satisfied, press the guideline icon again and delete the work area. Now, select both the shape and the cross-stitch fill while holding the Shift key down. Right-click, and from the appearing menu, use the option Add as Clipping Region. In that way, only the part of the cross-stitch that we want remains visible. The cross-stitch fill will form a negative space where the towel spile shows through, creating the fluffy effect of a white snowman outline. Let's move on to the clipboard gallery and find the design called Window 03. Press Insert and click to place it on the design area. In the Selection pane, keep the proportional checked and set the width to 190 mm. Move it in the middle of the cross-stitch background. Ungroup the inserted design to edit it. Delete the combined outline and the seek arms. To refine the hat, select all the hat parts and weld them together from the Shaping menu. Use the node editor to delete any extra nodes and refine the shape as you like. Use the Digitizer tool to add a hat band. Hold the Shift key down while placing cusp nodes on the corners. Draw a curved line for the smile. Apply Stitch Style 171 and increase the outline width to give the appearance of a pebble-made mouth. Let's delete the original scarf and redesign it. Start with the part that covers the neck, then design the ending that hangs downwards. Finish with the other ending that overlaps on top. From the right-click menu, use the Break Apart option to separate it to the initial objects. Now, select the head, the scarf, and the body of the snowman, along with the cross-stitch background. Use the Trim option from the Shaping submenu. Now, delete the head and body shapes to leave an empty space through which the towel pile will show, creating a white, fluffy snow effect. Time for the finishing details. For the hat, choose Applique Fill, set Remove Overlaps to Always, and pick your preferred colors for the fill and outline. For the hatband, set Remove Overlaps to Never, and use a contrasting color. Make the eyes black to match the mouth. Select the scarf parts, choose the Applique Fill, select the Fix Satin option, and pick the colors you want for both outline and fill to preview the final design. To make the design more playful, add the Holly Berry motif from the previous video, Shape to Design Holly Berry, to decorate the hat. Finally, let's add a fun 3D detail, some fringe ends on the scarf. Draw a rectangle the same width as the scarf. Set the color you want to use. Go to the selection pane and as height for the rectangle, set the maximum stitch width value of your own embroidery machine. And apply a satin fill. Move it before the applique scarf using the sequence manager. Now, rotate it to be parallel to the scarf's edge. And move it until the satin serial stitch overlaps the top edge of the rectangle. Duplicate it and repeat for the other end of the scarf. This uses the same concept as the fringe flower technique shown in an earlier video. Arrange the scarf parts in the desired embroidery order. Now, switch to manual mode. Select the Applique Fill layers in the Sequence Manager while holding the Control or Command key down. From the Shaping menu, use Weld to merge them into a single applique base and move it before the scarf fringe parts. Reorder any other shape of the design to achieve the best embroidery results. To secure all layers during embroidery, especially since towels are tricky to hoop and we're going to use a floating method, add a basting stitch around the design. To do so, draw a rectangle around the design. Keep only the outline and move this basting stitch to the top of the Sequence Manager so that it's stitched first. From the properties, set a longer stitch length for easier removal when finished. So, for the embroidery, you will need a hoop, a printout of the design, the towel, assorted threads, water-soluble film, water-soluble stabilizer, and fabrics for the applique details. Use a printout to help you position the design on the towel. Hoop a single layer of water-soluble stabilizer. Mark the center lines on the design on the towel with pins using a ruler for accuracy. Carefully align the towel on top of the stabilizer using the center marks on your hoop for accurate placement. If needed, secure the towel with a few pins to prevent any shifting. Now, load the design onto your embroidery machine and attach the hoop securely. Apply the water-soluble film on top to keep stitches from sinking in the high pile of the towel. Start with a basting stitch to hold all layers together before you start embroidering. Change your thread colors as needed to complete the cross-stitch background. You can already see the snowman figure revealing itself. Continue with the applique hat. Prepare the fabrics for the applique parts and don't forget to apply iron-on stabilizer at the backside before stitching. Trim away the excess fabric and proceed with the covering stitches and the step fill hatband. Now it's time for the snowman's features to be stitched. Here comes the appliqué scarf base. Cover the placement stitches with the fabric for the scarf. Continue the appliqué with the tuck down stitches. Remove the hoop and trim away the excess fabric to finish the appliqué. Now stitch the satin rectangles that will create the 3D scarf fringe effect. Complete the scarf with satin covering stitches for a smooth finish. Last but not least, add the decorative details to conclude the embroidery. Remove the hoop from the machine and take the towel out of the hoop. For the 3D scarf fringe, simply cut the bobbin thread on the back side. Then gently pull the stitches to the front. Using the seam ripper, remove the basting stitch. Clear away any remaining water-soluble film from the top and excess stabilizer from the back of your towel. After the first wash, both the film and stabilizer will completely dissolve, leaving your embroidery soft and clean. With just a few creative steps, you can turn a plain towel into a beautiful embroidery piece, perfect for gifting or adding a cozy holiday touch to your home. Leave your feedback in the comments and share your own Christmas embroidery creations with us.